Hello and welcome back to Brigandine, Legend of Forsena. We are back. We are attacking Jukes. I did the organized phase already, moved some people around, sent a few on quests. They have a lot of stuff, but not a lot of healing. And they also have a couple of monsters that aren't as tanky. So I'm hoping I can do some damage to them. We're sending for that fight Leonis, Asmit, and Isfis. We're leaving Charlene and Dogel to defend, unless they attack us first, which is very possible. They haven't yet, but that doesn't mean they won't. We're also going to attack with, even though we don't have our tank, we're going to attack with these guys, because even though they did leave Kador and Esclados, both here, and with my Coatl and their somewhat almost evolved Hydra. They have 2 healers, but they're only unicorns, and they only have 7 total people, including the generals. So I think we can win. I've already saved before we started. Let's get to it. Norgard has invaded Lydney. I think that means I just took that castle for free. Yes, I didn't even have to fight. So we don't even have to worry about a 2-fight episode or 2 episodes of this turn. Whatever happens, it's going to happen this turn, for this video. So they have hardly any monsters. So what we're going to do is we're just going to power our way down as quick as we can, while still setting up a proper formation, of course. Let's put you on the edge for now. Let's put you there. Put you next to Paternus. Let's bring you down as far as you can go. Let's bring you down to there. Let's bring you to the side. Let's bring you to there for now. We'll put you in front. Bring the unicorn behind you. We'll bring you behind the unicorn. Chantail we'll put here for now, although he's going to move further eventually. We're going to put you there. We're going to put you there. For the time being, like I said, some of this will still move around a little bit, but gets us all bunched up a little more. Now, Turnus, you come down as far as you can. You come off to the side. You come off to that side. You go behind. You come down as far as you can. You go to there. You guys just slow play your way down. Bring everybody down. Cool. Put you there. Now, this is the turn where I'm actually going to really start to set things up. Because now I'm not close enough to fight yet, but we're getting there. No, you to come to the back. Oh, they force retreated. Wow. And we got their level 9 Hydra. We didn't get my other guy back, but we got an almost leveled up to 10 Hydra, which is amazing. That's fantastic. I will take that all day. I will take that all day. Let's see what happens on the quests. We got 2 castles that turn without having to do any work. And captured a near Tiamat level Hydra. Works for me. Sophia gains an agility point. That's cool. Now these guys are going to have a conversation. We're going to skip through that. Alright. So we need to figure out how to get... Oh, we also got a giant from them too. Okay, so I need to put this guy in somebody's unit ASAP. So even if I got rid of her Mandrake, that's not going to work. Ooh, actually, I know what I can do. So first things first. Unicorn and a Pixie, which I'm going to organize and give to Limelight. I keep forgetting there's a Pixie already there. He's still got 80 space, so he could technically hold it, but as soon as it evolves, he would have a problem. So for now, what we'll do is we're going to absolutely send Keeloff where he's supposed to be. We're going to send Limelight down here as well. I really, really want to get that Hydra in someone's unit. Honestly, I might not sacrifice. I'm not going to get rid of it, but I might take that dragon out to put the Hydra in for now, because this isn't leveled at all yet. I think that's what we're going to do. Because I very much want to get that Hydra to level 10. Which, literally, if I win a battle with him in my army, I will do. I can't be bothered renaming anything right now. Right, you need people. We do have 2 people there. We need a 3rd. I could move Limelight there, which might not be a bad idea. But let's go over here and see what we have to work with. Philo got hurt, so she can't do anything. But I could do something like that. Although I would like her to also have a Pixie, which she doesn't quite have enough room for, because she has less rune power of the 2. So you guys both have Pixies, but you don't have a healer, so she would be bringing another unicorn, which would help balance things out. And more of them are at least semi-tanks as far as the generals, because Charlene can kind of tank and so can Doggle. So I think I will do that. Sophia can go over here. That's fine. And that's going to be the turn, I think. They look like they pretty much kept everything. They're going to have to move people there, though, because I now touch that. What do they have over here? A fair amount of stuff. Again, except for one general, they have 0 healing. Now, let's see what's going on over here. Camden, Ulster, and Bagdemagus, who could be problematic. These two could especially be problematic. Whole lot of rocks, which I hate, but they also have 3 ghouls, a djinn that can't fight back when I melee attack it, a couple dragons. There's no way he can keep up with the, even if he area healed, he wouldn't be able to keep up with the amount of healing they would need. So I could probably win that. I might also just stay here for now and see if they attack me. There's also a distinct possibility. Let's execute the move. And we'll save, and I'll just let them potentially come to me. I might look around Norgard. I'm not planning to go after Norgard. I was planning to have Escalio gone by now, to be honest, but the way people kept attacking each other on the turns I didn't attack anyone, it kind of didn't pan out. That said, we have now progressed the furthest we've ever progressed in this save, so clearly we're doing something right. Because if we weren't, we wouldn't be progressing this much. So those guys haven't changed, or, well, the people changed, but it's more or less the same thing. They've now put people over here. Gunglane and Yvain. Smart. They're two. If you're going to only have 2 generals, load them as with full of monsters as you can, with whatever you can, and make the generals pretty good. Luckily for them, I have no interest in attacking them right now. Yeah. Let's take a look at the domain. I haven't looked at that in a while. So we've cut into Norgard a little further. The Empire has shrunk considerably. Escalio, I think, is either about the same or maybe grew a little bit to the left, like northwest. Well, not much in the grand scheme has changed, except the Empire's lost a couple things. I'm just not going to attack. We'll see what happens. Apparently Almeki is just going to attack them instead. Baylene's on a quest. Talking to the old man on the bridge. She gained 3 intelligence. Not bad at all. Stat bumps are always good, especially 3 or 4 point ones. Hewd obtained Aegis, which I forget what that is. I think it's a sword or a shield. George is going to beat up a drunk guy despite being a priest. I mean, in fairness, technically right now he's not a priest. Right now he's a mage. But he got his Thorn Whip, which doesn't matter too much, but cool. Ryzen's quest. A gravity mace that I don't need. Longborg is going to get possibly a treasure from a rabbit. He has to get a black amulet. Also not one that I'm overly concerned about right now, although it's not a bad item. What can I summon here? Pixie, Lizard Man, Griffin, and Dragon. Can I summon up here again? Oops. Up here I can summon Giant Scorpion, Merman, Hellhound, and Hydra. Down here I can summon Djinn, Unicorn, Clay Golem, and Rock. I don't really need to summon anything down here right now, because you're going to take a dragon, and that's all you can hold because you don't have a lot of rune power. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Keloff, Paternus, and Cortina continue on as an attacking unit. And then I'm going to leave... I gotta move somebody, a 3rd person down here. I hate having only 2 in the castle. To George and Chantal, so we have lots of AoE damage. Hey, didn't I also move Limelight down there? Oh, that's why. I said Chantal and George, but it's actually Chantal's the priest and Limlight's the mage. Whoops. So, what we're going to do instead, let's go over to here, see what we have to work with. Any left behind monsters? No? Okay. So we're going to keep Leoness, Asmit, and Isphus together for now. Philo's now recovered. So I could do that, although that would mean I'd have basically no tanky generals. Mind you, I could send Hugh down there. That would actually be a good idea, because I want to level him anyway. I also really want to level Baleen too. He's got decent rune power. He's an archer, which I like. Maybe I send them down there and I just replace one of the mages. I'm definitely sending Hugh. That's a thing that's happening. So let's send them both down there. We'll do that. And then we'll quest with the other two. With Philo and with Longborg and Ryzen and George for now. There we go. Because right now, now that I got to here, I am just kind of playing a bit of defense. So let's execute the move. Let's see what they have where. So there they have what they basically have always had, give or take. They have two knights up there for, well, one of them's injured. The other one's Fatisha. Vaynard's down there, so that's interesting. What do you guys have here right now? 6 knights and 20 monsters. Okay. Gallo, Bishop, or Ulster, Drist himself with his Bahamut and 2 other wyverns. Good lord. Daffy, Lucia, Teeth. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to look through those items I got, because I think there was at least one I actually wanted to use. Anywho, we'll save for now. We did, even though it wasn't much of a battle, we technically did 2 battles. One of them was an empty castle and one was a forced retreat. But the results were really good, so yay us. I should probably start to think about expanding more. Like, redesigning my teams. I might do that either the rest of this episode or after it. Depending if I want to do it on or off camera. Norgard has invaded Cadbury. Ooh, and into 3 wounds out of 6 people. That's rough. Iscalio has beat up Caerleon twice. Not Billcock. Goddess Spear. Ooh, that's a good spear. And I do have a Lancer and might be able to convert somebody else into one later on. Gallon Wand is getting more strength from another first grindstone. Gain 3 strength points. Love to see it. Ryzen's quest. Gain an agility point. Short and sweet one too, even with the skipping. Cool, cool. Okay. Y'all might want to move some people around because yeah, you emptied a castle. They have what, like, one, two... They still have a bunch of territory. What does the map look like right now after all that? Norgard's expanded a little bit. The Empire's still where it is. Caerleon's split up in the middle. Almekia, I think, is expanded slightly. So is Escalio. The good thing about that, though, is we've expanded a little bit, and they're starting to spread themselves real thin. And we have 7 knights here. Well, I think what I'm going to do, and obviously it won't stay this way, but just to organize, we're gonna go Keloff. We're gonna go with our original team. Have Paternus as daddy, level wise, and then Keloff and Cortina keep leveling up. And then for the second team, I'm gonna do Hewed, Chantal, and Baleen, I think. The double mage is kind of fun, but yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. That's the smart way to do it, I think, with what I have. If I switch those, is he over? Yeah, considerably. I was just curious. I like Lizardmen anyway, but I just wanted to see if I could squeeze the 2 biggest boys in, both for extra tankiness and to get a red dot on his team instead of all blue. But that's okay. So I know what we're doing with that. So for now then, I will quest with Limelight. Go on. Now up here we're set in stone. That's... Which reminds me, before I forget again. Not order. That's not what I wanted. I want equip. You currently have an ice javelin. Oh, the goddess spear. I thought I did wait. I thought it was one of the super high attack ones, but it's not. It's actually lower attack. So yeah, I'll actually leave that on her. Yeah, Aegis is a shield. That's fine. For Sophia, she got a pixie hat equipped. Okay, that's all fine. Still, the goddess spear is not terrible by any means, but it's not the one I think. I think I was thinking of the heaven bow, which is sort of got the same sort of godlike theme, but is one of the best weapons in the game for the person it's for, or people it's for. So, organize, equip. Leoness has Rier's ring on. That's good. Esmet currently has an ice shield on. Although giving him Aegis white resist up's not as big of a deal for him, but defense plus 16 instead of 7 would be good. But he doesn't get tanked on that often. Rivet Knuckle's fine for him. You know what? I'm not using you to fight right now, so give me that anti-magic ring. Mainly because the next person that I'm probably going to use to fight is Galen, so I might give him the anti-magic ring. We'll leave that for now. I'll decide who to give it to later. Alright. Now, do I want to try and do anything with those guys as a backup team? Like, they have decent... She in particular has okay rune power. Not special, but decent. Problem is, I can't get unicorns here. So if I'm gonna do anything with them, I'll have to move them first. So let's do that then. We'll move them to the capital, because I know I can get unicorns there. I think what I might do... Actually, I think I'm going to do it right now. It's a level 1 giant, so let's get rid of that. Get rid of the scorpion. Get rid of the hellhound. I'll keep the pixie, obviously. I'm going to basically start from scratch with them and try to make a team. But mostly I'm just getting rid of monsters that won't be used, likely, very much. I don't mean because they won't be used much. I mean, like, I'm more likely to summon a rock or something and put it in place of the giant anyway. Because they do have somewhat limited power, which reminds me, go away level 2 giant I don't care about. You guys are fine because you all have monsters that will, even if the general doesn't end up getting used a lot, I'll eventually switch these to somebody to use when I do want to use them. So they're fine for now. So let's execute the move. Yeah. You moved all your good stuff back here. Having said that, other than the 2 unicorns, which for that many, especially stuff like the scorpions, is not a lot of healing. I could very easily, not easily win, but I could probably take some monsters out if I really wanted to. Which might not be a bad idea, since I need to level my own people up. But he does have a Bahamut, which is mildly terrifying. And by mildly, I mean very terrifying. What's up here? Brigandine, Morholt, and Fatisha, but they have less monsters than they did before, and no real healing except the unicorn. No healing at all except the unicorn. Vaynard is the only person in that castle, so I promise you he's going to get attacked by somebody. If it's not me. Both of those are going to get attacked. Cardiff I wouldn't necessarily mess with. I mean, I could probably win. They have a lot of healing there, even if it is generals. One of them's only a healer. They also have 5 or 6 ghouls, so there is that, but... And the other place they have most of their stuff is over there. Alright, well, let's do this. I can win that with these guys. Or not these guys. I mean, I probably could win with those guys if I was careful. But that's not who I meant. I'm going to do this. Oh, I forgot there's nobody left over to leave. Never mind then. I'm not going to do anything. Except I could, like I said, theoretically attack this place. But I think I'm just going to save and the 1 or 2 people out questing, see if they come back, see if we get attacked by someone else. I would have attacked that Norgard castle with just Vaynard in it, except that I don't remember if I actually hit the save button properly, so we're going to do it again. There we are. Good thing, because I saw by the number changing in my mana that I did not hit it right the first time. But yeah, absolutely, if I left those other guys there, would have just taken that castle, or at least tried to see if I got to it before someone else did. But I didn't, and I don't want to leave mine empty, so. Shocking no one, the Empire's attacking Cadbury with its one person. Caerleon has defeated and including wounded someone in the Empire. And that's it. Limelight putting the boots to this same poor drunk bastard. Solar robe. I don't remember what that is. I assume it's a white robe, or maybe red, just based on the name. Oh, old former rune knight given rune power. George gets 6 more rune power, which is good because George is going to become part of a party for at least defense very soon. Now that I'm starting to think about expanding. And Longborg, of course, sucks and shits the bed like he always does. Well, there's now 2 guys there with more monsters. So let's do this. Limlight's back. Longborg I can't do anything with. George is here and has 183 rune power. So what if I do this? Let's give you a dragon. Let's give you a clay golem. You're definitely going to get used, so let's do that. Even with the 10 rune power bump he got, he's still not that good, so he's probably not going to get used. I'm going to delete the clay golem for now because I don't expect to use it because I hate them. What can I summon here? Pixie, Lizard Man, right, okay. What do you already have, George? Mandrake, Dragon. Okay, that's not a bad setup. I might sadly have to use him at some point, but it is not right now. So Limlight's going to go Quest. That's staying the same. You guys are all set. You have a bunch of crap here that I'd like to beat down some of. I certainly have the manpower to do it. So I think what we might do... Oh, I gotta make sure I go to the capital. They only have 2 monsters. One of which is the Pixie I finally actually thought to look ahead and give to somebody. But these 2 for sure I'm going to use, even though Gallon 1's not the best. He's still better than Longborg in the sense of rune power. It's also a 3 rune area, but he can't heal either, but overall I like him better. Not my favorite, but I like him better. So, now we're going to go 3 unicorns to start, for sure. Because I'm probably still will use Ryzen for something. Maybe this group, maybe a different group. We'll see. He would be kind of a decent tank meets healer to go with these guys. Although, because he's such a low-level barbarian, putting putting probably her and Sophia back together, because they have less total magic points, because priests don't, or I guess clerics in her case, but they don't gain as much magic points usually as the casters, or like the attack casters, but they still have decent amount of magic so that between the two of them, they could help the unicorns heal people. And so can he to an extent. Actually, he can very well because he has 250 magic points. Because monks are fisticuff guys who started as priests. Fun fact. We haven't looked at that yet, but that's what they are. Okay, so let's finish getting this together before we end the episode. Grab one more pixie for him that I forgot. Now, I think with that group, what probably makes the most sense is maybe... Especially if I am going to use the monk as a frontliner like I probably should. I'll grab at least one centaur. Grab maybe 3 mandrakes, because they are cheap enough that they should all be able to hold one. Oh yeah, I was like, did I summon too many pixies again? But no, that was on purpose this time. Let's do that. I mean, the other thing I could do is give one person more than one of those. Like maybe the person who's going to be the furthest back in the line. And I could also give her the centaur, because I'm going to keep it in row 2. And then that would leave us enough wiggle room to summon 2 griffins that I think I can fit both of if I did my math right. I think. I can definitely fit that one easily. Yes, I can fit them both. And he's got enough room for me to put another centaur if I want to. So let's see, we have... If I give him another centaur, obviously these guys are going to be at the back for healing and protect spells. But for what I call second... Well, literally the second part of the line, or second line, would be Philo, and a couple centaurs. Which means I can make a fairly narrow line. And then I would put Gallon Wand, Ryzen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could probably work with that. If I gave him another one. I'd also just give him something like a Djinn to do some extra damage, but... I'd also give him another Mandrake. But I think what I'm going to do is give him a centaur because I love centaurs. Let's do that. There we go, filled them up nicely. Alright. Now that we've done that, is there anything I want to give any of these guys for equipment that I haven't already? Defense plus 6 and red resist up. Not as much defense as I was hoping for, but I was right about what it did. Philo, I don't have anything on you right now. And I'm not really interested in the whips. I could give her an anti-magic ring, I guess, but I don't overly need to. I'm going to give her a soul. Actually, defense plus 6 and red resist up is good for her, because she's currently a blue dot while an enchantress. And then I'll give Ryzen back his anti-magic ring, I think. Seems like a good idea. Now, let's move them. Because I want them to go up this way. Specifically, I want them to go there. The jukes. Because the other thing is, if I do decide to attack someone from Humber, it's still a choke point. And even more so, actually, because I have jukes. So yeah, actually, I said it's a choke point. It wouldn't be a choke point going forward, except that I already took jukes. So let's execute the move. Let's save the game. I'm going to check to see if there's any easy wins. I mean, I'm sure if I was strategic enough, I could win most places with my experience. I'm just not always as careful as I should be. All right. Let's see what we got to work with here. Lots of castle, or lots of generals, but not tons of monsters, and bases virtually no healing. So actually, I might attack them this time, to be honest, because I could pretty handily just decimate them with attacks. No, he's just hiding in the capital for no apparent reason. Those three are going to be tough to deal with, but I might have to at some point soon. Palmini's in the gang over there. And then we got Vaynard and Xerafen. That's an archdemon. You know what I'd really like to do? Put the boots to Vaynard and see if I can get any of these classed up or nearly classed up monsters. That's actually a really smart idea. Even if I can't really do anything with them right now, I could always, like I said, delete the monsters I summoned and switch them out for that if I have to. I think we're going to attack him. Now, we definitely have the manpower to come down here and attack, but it's such a pain in the ass. But I'm also never going to get past them if I don't attack them. I assume it's going to be these three they'd put out, which would be beneficial for limiting healing, because if they put Ulster and Hula out, then they'd have more healing. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta take a damn chance. Elof, Paternus, Cortina. Let's fucking go. Save the game. And we will... I'll start the attack phase to see if we go right to our attacks or if someone else does anything first. And once we're into a battle, whichever one of ours it chooses to give us first, we'll save again and we'll exit the episode there. Execute. Leonia has invaded Aston. Right away. This one's going to be a battle and a half. They have a lot of monsters. They have some pretty tough ones. It's going to be tricky. But if we make a formation and as much as possible stick to it, we should be all right. However, that is for next time. Technically, I don't have to save again because we just started the battle, but... Pardon the pause there, I had to cut some background noise out. Having said that, I would rather be already in the battle when we go to start for the next episode. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, drop a like, subscribe, and comment. Join the Discord server in the link in the description if you're so inclined. And we will see you next time for the Battle of Aston against Escalio. Peace out.